Yeah. So we live, man. It's your boy, you know what I mean? Jam Master OJ, you know what I mean? Got my dog Dean the Scholar here with me, you know what I'm talking about? This is like a big step for me, you know what I mean? Because I've been debating on whether I was going to, do something like this for a long time. But, you in the car, you know what I mean? With the fellas, you know what I'm saying? And I consider myself a grown man, and I think on grown man levels, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, they gonna be like, yeah, I'm a grown man too, you know what I mean? I'm about my money. And that's gonna be the first time where I'm gonna be like, hold on, stop. Because this ain't about no money. You know what I'm saying? Being a grown man ain't got nothing to do with money, actually. That's what they want you to think, and that's what we're here for today. We're talking about the mental, you know what I'm saying? It's three main parts of life that we live. You know what I'm saying? Three main parts to this life that we live, I should say. You got the mind, the body, and the soul. And those three things influence everything that we do and everything that we have going on, everything that we live throughout this, life that we are traversing through. You know what I mean? His life and mine as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I mean? Mind, body, and soul. So, we was just having a conversation about how right now, in the present state that we live in this society and the status quo and, all this stuff right here, it basically goes back to our mind being hijacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, we're currently living a life that we don't want. Let me put it like that. We living a life we don't want to do this shit. Let's be real. Don't nobody want to live the way we living right now.
We deal with it though.
The only people that's gonna raise their hand and say, yes, I do, I love my life, is the motherfucker that's contributing to the demise of everybody else. And why do you say it like that? I say it like that because you, in this society, you know what I'm saying, you got to choose a side. You either gonna be a producer or a consumer. You know what I'm saying? And then there's tiers on each side. And then there's different personnel that run each side. And then you have different categories to put people in within those tiers. And that right there is the main problem in society right now, is the division. The division of us into the different tiers and the different, statuses of living allow them to come in and then take different tiers of people and mold their minds into a certain way of thinking. Let y'all meditate on that for a second. Just think about that. Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, that tears.
Yeah. That right there, that part right there. You know what I'm saying? So, once those different tiers got their knowledge and, were introduced to their way of living and, their standard and everything, that's when, the producer and the consumer thing comes in. Because it's really like, kind of like, influencer versus the influenced, right? So,
especially nowadays,
certain people out here that have influence, and then you have certain people who look to be influenced. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, it's people out here that look to party. They want to go to a party. They looking for the party. And then you got the people that's out here promoting their party. You know what I'm saying? You either going to be on one or two sides of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much where we're at right now. And then you have certain individuals out here that's living in the mind state of thinking that they are the producer. Well, I hate to pop that pimple on your face. Because it look ugly, though. I'm going to let you know it look ugly on your face when you think that you're better than everybody else because you're running something inside of a system that don't belong to none of the people that you call your own. You know what I mean? That's where they got your mind and mine hijacked. Think about it. You know what I'm saying?
And somewhere, I think people already know that shit. They try to hide it, like we're trying to ignore the fact.
Well, that's why I was just saying, like, you got tiers of people that have been given information about the system in order to keep the system running. Because you got certain individuals in the system that know, or you would think that they should know, that their job ain't doing nothing but hurting black folks. Let me put it plain and simple. They ain't doing nothing but hurting folks. But they still come every day and do it. Why is that? It's a lot of people that took oaths against, the human population. That's what they don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? And those same people are the influencers, or the people that hijack your minds and got you thinking a certain way and got you going against the body and the spirit. Because your body is trying to operate only one way. The body doesn't operate the body ain't versatile like y'all think it is. The body is not like, one of those things where, like, you could do this one day and then you could do this the next day. I know they got y'all thinking that y'all could do whatever y'all want to, but the body ain't one of them things that just, it operates how it wants to certain days of the week. Like, it only operates one way. You feel me? The brain only has one function. It's to control the thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And to control the organs of your body, to make sure they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Your stomach only does one thing. It digests your intake. You know what I'm saying? The lungs only do one thing. You know what I'm saying? The heart, the spleen, you know what I'm saying? Kidneys, blood vessels, all those things only have one function. They only do one thing. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to continue to do that same thing day in and day out. Nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? But guess what we do every damn day? Every single day, because our minds are so hijacked and we so caught up in freedom and wanting to do what we want to do when we want to do it, thinking that we thinking for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're going to eat something different every day. We're going to eat some different shit every day. Oh, man, I want me some seafood today. Oh, man, I want me some soul food today. Man, let me try this Mexican food. Man, I want me some Asian shit, some Chinese and some shit, man. Give me some sushi goddamn. I know I'll be eating some sushi like motherfucker. Man, I'm going to eat that Five Guys today. Oh, shit, steak and shit. I ain't got that Five Guys money. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get me a Firehouse sub for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want me a smoothie, I say. You know what I'm saying? Man, goddamn, hey, man, shit, let's go to the buffet. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Steakhouse, they were gonna give me a steak today, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, you know what I mean? They got the little restaurant. They got the new restaurant down there, man. They ain't serving number glizzy dogs.
You gonna go with this shit again?
Man, I don't know what glizzy is, boy. You need to pay attention to Chicago, boy.
My thing is, if your ass already be eating the hot dogs,
get what?
Fuck you tripping about it for?
Get what? I don't eat hot dogs no more. Because this is tying right along into the conversation.
I understand that.
It's tying right along into the conversation.
Hot dogs or you know what I'm saying, it's fucking unhealthy.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing that's going on in your body. Because I'm going to put it to you plain and simple. Any type of meat or any type of bread product or dairy product that you eat out here, it ain't got nothing to do with your function or your body. It's only going to destroy the body. That's why you have all these different diseases and different viruses and different bacterial infections. You know what I'm saying? We all know that if you eat bread and water for 3 days, what's going to happen? Do we not know what's going to happen? That's y'all homework. Google what happens when you eat bread and water. Only bread and water. Google that. I want y'all to Google what happens when you eat only bread and water. And see. Because a lot of y'all, that's not the only thing that y'all eat, but that's the entirety of your meal every single fucking night. You eat bread and water. Might be a Coke, Sprite or some shit, but that ain't no better. You feel me? Destroying your body. You know what I'm saying? And then, in our minds, we think that, if we get sick, we can go to this magic little fairy building where they can, fill us up with these tubes and cut us open if they have to. And then for the pain, they got these little bitty things that you put inside your body, and you don't know what the fuck is in that either. When all you had to do is just, go by the natural line of things. But see, you can't do that because
you ain't programmed that way.
Can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Because
not a lot of people.
You ain't up here with it, you know what I'm saying? You out here with it. You out here. You ain't up here with it, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying, they lack that, so they crashing out. And let me tell you about crashing out, right? So, the body gonna follow the mind. You know what I'm saying? I say the outer extremities of the body gonna follow the mind. You know what I'm saying? The inner extremities are gonna try to do what the fuck is natural and function like the spirit is telling it to. You know what I'm saying? So you get, the body's kind of tied in between it's torn in between the two. You know what I'm saying? Because the body gonna tell you to do right by what the spirit is, feeding it. You know what I'm saying? Because your spirit is always feeding you information and always telling you what the fuck to do. All you gotta do is just get in here. That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You get up here, you ain't got to worry about nothing going wrong if you're doing everything right on the other end as far as, filling your body with, good shit and what you need. But if you get in here, you ain't got to worry about shit. See, what we do is we go off the outer extremities of the body, which is, controlled by the mind, which is hijacked by some people that's trying to get you to do some shit for them. Ain't none of the shit that we do for us. We go out this. I'm talking about we go do the most. Don't let a nigga get $50,000. Oh, we going out. We going to do the most. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit matters. None of that shit. None of that shit benefits us. It only benefits them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, having a good time.
No.
As we call it.
No. None of that shit benefits us.
No, it don't benefit us physically or.
None of that shit benefits us. I don't give a damn how you feel mentally. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you having a good time, like, damn, it's a time of my life. But it's still not.
It was a good feeling.
It might be a good feeling to your outer extremities, but to your your energy, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing, because that's not what you naturally want. You naturally want to be every day your body wakes up with one intention. That's it.
But
it don't want to do shit else. Your body don't want to go out and see hoes, shake ass, and go to strip club and do all that shit.
But what is having fun? Is that really adrenaline?
What you mean?
Is that adrenaline that runs through you that make you think you're having fun?
Well, the fun, this is what we think. This is what we think fun is. We think fun is going out and experiencing the outside world, because that's how they built it. You got to think, none of the outside world is natural. None of this shit is natural. So how did we naturally have fun before there were buildings and all these different fun sites and all these different amusements and all that shit that'll be done? How did we have fun as a people? Think about it.
We used to sing and dance and beat drums.
You're primitive right now.
I mean,
you're very primitive with the thinking right now. You got to go deeper than that. That's what they want you to think, bro. You really think we sat around this motherfucker and wasted energy?
No, we did a lot of shit, but
we didn't waste energy dancing and doing all that.
Every culture celebrates of playing music and dancing.
Bro, listen. The closest we came to music and dancing was humming. You feel me? And those were the vibrations used to meditate. It had nothing to do with us singing and dancing, bro. You feel me? Fun to us was teaching the next generation how to be one with themselves. You feel me? Because when they come out, they don't know no better. So you got to teach them, you feel me, the right way to do everything. That was what was fun, you feel me? Waking up and seeing the little you You looking at a little you here. See, we don't even cherish our fucking children no more to think they fucking fun. We run away from our children now. Ain't that some shit? Like, we don't even think that this shit is fun to have children no more. You see where I'm mind at right now? As a whole, I ain't talking about my mind and his. I'm talking about everybody, nigga. These motherfuckers out there, motherfuckers talking about some McDonald's for a little baby on Facebook and shit, and everybody arguing about this shit. And I'm like, wow, we don't even cherish our fucking the little person that look like you no more. This is the closest thing to being you ever. You always, I mean, everybody got this little saying where they be like, oh, the nigga trying to be like me, woo, woo, woo. This motherfucker is actually you and wants to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no child that don't want their fucking parent. I don't give a damn how much y'all say that, you know what I mean, cheering bad or whatever, y'all ain't never seen. That child wants that bond, you feel me? That child naturally, you stupid motherfucker, naturally wants that bond, you feel me? And that's all your body wants to do from the day you hit puberty, nigga. From the day you hit puberty, all your body has been programmed to do from the get-go is be fruitful and multiply. You feel me? Everything else as far as how to replenish yourself and meditate and, you know, pass it on to the next generation is all taught by, you know, that person above you that had you and that's trying to look out for you, you know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be fun to them. That's supposed to be the fun factor in life. But see, we so fucked up. Y'all see how fucked up we is?
They got us all fucked up.
We fucked up, G. We is fucked up. For real. We so fucked up to where, like, we literally think the sex is supposed to be fun now. And we think that shit's supposed to last hours and hours and shit like that. Like, y'all niggas is crazy. If you saved your sex for when your body was ready to release and you released it at the right time, you ain't finna have sex for too long, G. Ain't nobody finna hold no nut for no month and bust for or be at it for a whole hour. Feel me? Male or female? Ain't nobody. We can have a sex Olympics and we can see. We can see. We can lock four motherfuckers up, four males and 4 females up, and not let them have any sexual intercourse with themselves or no one else for a whole month, and then let them have at it and see how long they last. It ain't gonna last. Let me put it to you like that. If a nigga lasts over 30 minutes in sex, it's because that nigga done bust 30 nuts. And I ain't got no more juice to spare. And his dick tell him, stop rubbing me.
And that's true.
Yes, nigga, it is.
I'll be trying to get it in, you know, in different positions before I get to that point.
Negative, sir. That's all in your mind. That's all in your mind. Your dick telling you, bitch, you need to let me go. I ain't built for this.
You gotta get that head first.
I'm not built. That's that. You see where this nigga mind at? And he a Scorpio, so he freaking as fuck. He rating on some sexual shit to get started in this motherfucker. But I'm gonna keep this shit in check.
Not gonna go too much.
I'm finna keep this shit in check, cause I'm an Aries. We don't even like sex like that. You feel me? Like, fuck that sex shit, bitch. Let's talk about some constructive shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the record, though, you know what I mean, since he's a Scorpio and since he brought that up, he basically just explained like how everybody else feels in the world. Like, you know, you gotta get in a different position, you know what I'm saying? That's the standard now for having sex. You gotta have your different positions in. You gotta get some head, you know what I'm saying? You got whoop, whoop, boom, boom, bam, bam. You gotta do all it, you know what I mean? And they got instruction guides on how to do all this shit in pornos. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Ladies are giving Brian dick classes right now.
I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Everybody trying to be sexual and shit, but not understanding, like, y'all fucking yourselves up. And that's the reason why y'all crashing out, because, okay, you're not satisfying your body. You think you're satisfying your body, but you're not. You feel me? If you having sex more than, I'll say, I'm gonna be reasonable. I'm gonna be very, very reasonable. But a lot of people ain't even, it's more than, I guarantee it's more than 50% of the world that ain't abiding by this. But I'm gonna be reasonable. If you having sex more than once every 2 weeks, you ain't doing your body no justice. I'm gonna give you a little clause with that too.
That's a good little weight though.
I'm saying though, but I'm gonna give you a clause though. You feel me? Cause if you having sex every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, and you having babies with it, you know what I'm saying, then that you naturally, cause we all know how your society gonna feel about you having a baby every 2 weeks. They ain't gonna condone that shit at all. Oh, he can't take care cause he ain't got the money. See why our mind's at. Anyway, if you naturally though, your body is gonna be satisfied. You feel me? It's gonna be satisfied. But if you got this motherfucker having sex every 2 weeks and you ain't having no babies, or you having it even more frequently than that, and you ain't having no children behind that shit, your body's not satisfied.
You drawing out how much
Your
water?
body's not satisfied.
You drawing out water every time you ejaculate?
Man, I'm saying, bro, you drawing out everything. That's why the shit comes. That's why the shit comes in. It looks like a little.
You know what? That makes sense. The water, the nutrients that goes in, it's a fertilization for the egg to birth a child. That makes sense, though.
Bro, it's your sperm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's how your body makes its sperm out of nutrients and minerals.
Right,
and that's everything you need to start a baby off.
It's like having. Oh man.
On top of that, how can it flow without the water?
That's some real shit, though.
It can't flow without the water. So you around this motherfucker getting yourself off, you know what I'm saying, and giving away all your fluids on top of your, you know it's intelligence in that as well. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about it, every time you bust a nut, you get dumber. You feel me? So you have to replenish that as well. You feel me? Ain't nobody just gonna stay smart all their life, you know what I'm saying, if you just busting nuts, you know what I'm saying. That's why it's a lot of dumb niggas out here that got a lot of children. But we ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to belittle nobody, you know what I'm saying? Cause if a nigga got a lot of children, I feel like he doing the right shit, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because look at a nigga with a lot of children. Them niggas don't be stressing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Females be talking about they gonna put them on child support and all that, but yeah, whatever. And you know what I mean? Ain't much they can do. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, though, all that shouldn't even be into play because we shouldn't even be dependent on the monetary system regardless in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is the reason why we don't, you know what I mean, use our sex in the manner that we should be using.
Like, trying to think about your grandparents. How many uncles and aunties you have versus like how many brothers and sisters you have and how many kids you got. Think about that.
Well, I mean, my grandparents, they ain't have to. But my great grandparents, now them niggas on both sides, like my grandmama, mom and dad, and my granddaddy.
My mama folks, they had about 8 or 9 kids. They had about 8 or 9 kids themselves.
Yeah.
My dad and mom, they had 6 or 7.
But see, my mom and my dad, they fairly young. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama, she just hit 50, and I'm in my 30s. So, you know what I mean? They fairly young. My daddy, he wasn't too much older than my mama. You know what I'm saying? So they was fairly young to be parents. But that was at the age of, starting, where the Passover wasn't being done properly. So wasn't nobody learning the right way to live at that point. I mean, we ain't been on the right path for a long time though.
For a long time.
You know what I'm saying? But, at least we still had the bond of knowing that this is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless though, like, we bust so many recreational nuts, man. It's killing us. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? What would you do if you wasn't influenced by what we're influenced by right now?
Real shit.
What would you be doing?
You're almost getting desensitized about the killings, the mass murders that's going on right now. You've been fed a lot of bullshit.
Hey man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that note, man. It's my dog Dean Scholar in the building, I'm talking about. He did a lot of, leg work in the research. That's why he is where he is, the scholar, you know what I'm saying? And, it's your boy, Kane, Jam Master, signing out, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man.